Is my name. Halo Gold is one of the leaders soon after the start. Rhythm and Style pushed along, but Babushka's got a tremendous turn of natural speed and is going to clear this field from the outside barrier. Oh, great turn of acceleration. Babushka leads easily over Natural Is My Name. Yabil on the outside, and then Rhythm and Style and Halo Gold together, followed by Kerry Shaw, Steel Springs. Life's a Rainbow well back and travelling about 4 deep on the outside of Better Succeed. Ginger Spark is well back with Go Joy. Briar Beauty last. Babushka with a wing on every foot as they near the turn, led by about 4 lengths to Natural Is My Name, and a half length away Yabil. Then Halo Gold, Rhythm and Style. Life's a Rainbow's never been on the track from Kerry Shaw, Steel Springs, and then Better Succeed and Ginger Spark. But around the corner, and Babushka straightens up 3 lengths on Natural Is My Name. Halo Gold under the whip, and then Rhythm and Style followed by Steel Springs. Babushka clear, 150 out. In second place, Natural Is My Name is trying hard. Babushka's getting a little bit weary. Natural Is My Name is closing fast. Babushka stopping. Natural Is My Name grabbed it and beat it. Natural Is My Name got up to beat Babushka. Third's close. Ginger Spark or Halo Gold, followed by Steel Springs, Better Succeed, and then Go Joy, Briar Beauty, Life's a Rainbow, Rhythm and Style, followed by Kerry Shaw and Yabil after showing good pace as weakened out of it to run last. Well, Babushka showed tremendous speed, and you don't often see them lead so easily from the extreme outside barrier, so she's a flying machine, Babushka. Natural Is My Name did most of the chasing, and Babushka came back to Natural Is My Name in the last 50 metres. The others were gapped.
Runners coming into the mounting yard now for the second.
He lets them go this time. It wasn't a bad jump, and getting out quickly, Seattle Lady on the outside. Dal Quarren showing pace in the early part. So too is Beauty Way and Secret Scoop, with Tristabella up there into a prominent spot as well. Down on the inside is Monrich, and Say Good Morning is showing pace in the early part from Midnight. Now getting back on the inside, Boulder, followed further afield then by Nothing Flat. Well back, Mighty Christie. On the inside then is Super Carla. Getting out of its ground now after winning the jump is Seattle Lady, and dropping out at the tail is Queen Butterfly. They race along to the top corner now, 650 metres left to go, and Beauty Way takes over in front and leads by a length and 3/4 on Secret Scoop, travelling second. In third spot on the fence then is Monrich, followed around the outside by Say Good Morning. A length and 3/4 off then came Boulder, followed by Midnight, and back on the inside Nothing Flat. Back midfield then is Mighty Christie. Tristabella under pressure from Dal Quarren. Well back then came Super Carla from Seattle Lady and Queen Butterfly. Into the straight they go, and they've got to catch Beauty Way. Say Good Morning on the outside is quickly getting to it now. Say Good Morning races up on the outside and puts the nose in front of Say Good Morning ahead in front of Beauty Way, who's fighting back on the inside, but from the Gay Waterhouse stable at a long price, and Say Good Morning scores. Say Good Morning first, Beauty Way second, Dal Quarren flew to get third, just in advance then of Boulder. Then came Midnight, followed by Nothing.
Primrose Penny the inside, a length away Directions, followed by Umalad on the fence. Going forward the outsiders, Nova Street racing very wide, and some 6 lengths away back at the tail is Mr. Potential. By the 1,000 metres, Mandela leads by a length and a half to Cos Ice on the fence, and racing third the outsiders, Mystic Lass. 2 lengths away, around them Dover Street must be 4-5 wide, followed by Young Dettori. A length away on the insiders, Primrose Penny, followed by Stolly. 3 wide there is Classic Secret. 2 lengths away Dacos, followed by Umalad. 2.5 to Noah's Fortune, well back on the outside of Directions, and Mr. Potential some 10 lengths away last. At the 500 metres around the turn, Mandela just in front. Dover Street on the outside, always wide, now shading it. A length and a half away, Mystic Lass not travelling well, followed by Classic Secret. Pulled to the outside from back in the field is Dacos, followed by Stolly, Young Dettori, Primrose Penny, Cos Ice. Well back as Umalad, Noah's Fortune, Directions, and out the back as Mr. Potential. At the 250, Mandela the inside of Dover Street. It's been a 1.5 by Dover Street. Always wide though. Hit the lead now by the 120. It's a half in front of Mandela coming again. Primrose Penny getting to third. Dover Street out wide, just in front though of Mandela over the final stages, and a real good effort by Dover Street. Dover Street wins a length and a quarter to Mandela. 2.5 away, third, Primrose Penny, then Stolly, followed by Cosice Classic Secret, then Yuma Lad, followed by Mystic Lass. Well back was Young Dettori, followed...
On, if anything, a little slow. Love Scene began fast. Fayette, one of the first out, leads in the early part. Speak French heads it off now. Speak French running to the lead inside the 1200, a length and a half to Fayette. Jingle Bells third inside our Croupier, and then Love Scene in fifth placing. Nassadol getting through on the inside of it. 2 lengths further back is Yangtze River, followed by Arlena. Miss Perron back second last in a truly run race, and Western Reality is last of all. Well strung out to the railway side, and Speak French a length and a half to Fayette. About 2.5 lengths to Jingle Bells. 1.5 to our Croupier. Nassadol on the inside of Love Scene, and they're followed a length and a half further back by Yangtze River. Then came Arlena, Miss Perron, and Western Reality 3 deep, and last of all when they head to the 600. And Speak French in control, led by 2 lengths to Fayette. Moving up third, Jingle Bells. Our Croupier out wider. Nassadol the fence. Love Scene close enough within about 5 lengths of the leader, easing to the outside. They're followed then by Yangtze River. They're bunching now. Miss Perron is coming wide under pressure, nearing the turn now, and Fayette took the lead. Coming after it, Jingle Bells on the outside now. Love Scene getting out wide, and Miss Piranha's chasing it home down the outside into the straight now. They've fanned across the track. Jingle Bells in the centre, and Fayette out wide of Love Scene. It's not going on at the moment. Miss Piranha with a run, but Jingle Bells inside the 200, the leader. Miss Piranha the danger, coming home strongly. Miss Piranha getting to Jingle Bells, and then Fayette. It's Miss Piranha taking the lead on the outside. Jingle Bells is kicking back. They hit the line. Give it to Miss Piranha just over Jingle Bells. Close up third, Fayette. In behind those to finish. At the head of the others was Yangtze River, then Love Scene, who didn't finish off the last 200 metres. Nassadol, Western Reality behind them.
Well, in the centre there was Hersley Flyer, and beginning smartly Tony's Hope, ridden out of the boxes. Up on the inside, Dynamic Blaze didn't have to spend too much petrol to get to the front. On the outside, going with him now is Tony's Hope, and also crossing over Hersley Flyer as they sort themselves out. Settling fourth on the outside is Delta Lad, and Damodar going up but 3 wide, followed further back by Our Cracker on the inside of Torbellino. He settled nicely back midfield on the outside, followed further back then by Booted on the inside. A half length off then came Zevante, and King of Atlantis has settled well at the tail of the field. Short of 1,000 metres left to go now, and the Womboyne Performer, Tony's Hope, leads them. Leads by 3/4 of a length now, and Our Cracker, who goes up on the outside to join it for the lead, and they've got away about 2 lengths on Damodar. In fourth spot around the outside then is Torbellino covering up Hersley Flyer. Just in behind them, Delta Lad between runners. On the outside is Zevante. Losing a bit of ground there, Dynamic Blaze, and getting back next to last then is King of Atlantis, and dropping out at the tail is Booted. Now they speed up the side. They have about 500 metres left to go, and Tony's Hope is the leader. Chris Muntz on Our Cracker is worrying the tripe out of him on the outside. They were followed further back by Damodar. Torbellino is running on, so too is Zevante, but wide, and Dynamic Blaze is tacking on him behind them with Hersley Flyer. Into the straight they go now, and Our Cracker over on the inside is just the leader. Collared on the outside now by Torbellino, and Hersley Flyer up on the inside, and here's King of Atlantis. King of Atlantis joining in down the outside out after Torbellino. King of Atlantis pokes his nose in front of Torbellino, and King of Atlantis is going to go home the better. King of Atlantis first, Torbellino second, Booted probably third, just in advance of Our Cracker and Hersley Flyer. Then came Damodar, followed further out on the outside
with Carp Glance, and also Philip Zelf on the outside showing plenty of speed with Palomena, and Golvalance is driving through on the inside to share the lead at the 1100 metres. Golvalance on the inside is just shading Palomena, and Carlia 3 out, a length and a half to Philip Zelf, making ground to be fourth but 3 wide, followed by Sway's Delight. Satin Soul on the rail, a break of almost 2 lengths to Eloquent, followed by Durriff. Carp Glance dropped out the second last, and Ranchonado was back at the tail, climbing the hill towards the 850. Golvalance a half in front of Palomena, and Carlia 3 wide. On the fence and tucked away fourth is Satin Soul, followed by Sway's Delight. Philip Zelf on the outside, always wide. 2 lengths away, Eloquent, followed by Durriff. From well back now, Carp Glance is fourth last, pulls to the outside, about 5 off the lead, and Ranchonado is back at the tail. On the turn at the 450, Palomena not travelling well in the centre. The inside Golvalance is just in front. Carlia 3 wide is boxing on. Philip Zelf now pulls out 4-5 wide, and right off the track is Carp Glance, and she is coming with a run in the straight now. Out wide, Carp Glance race to the lead by the 250. Satin Soul has got the run back on the inside now. It's going with Carp Glance. They'll fight the race out by the 150. Carp Glance might be dying on its run. Satin Soul, the inside, reached the lead from Carp Glance on the outside, and Satin Soul is too good. Satin Soul wins by a length and a quarter. Carp Glance, yeah, died on its run. 5 away, third, Sways Delight.
Now coming in, Scarlet Rocket completes the lineup. And they're all set to go. Corona Star in the middle gate. Off they go. Margarine began very quickly. Corona Star looked to be slow. Away fast as Scarlet Rocket on the outside with Irish Connection. Emotional Success began quickly with Afra Ben when they settled down, and then Timeless Escape. Pretty tightly bunched, passing the 1,000. Irish Connection now headed off on the inside by Emotional Success. Afra Ben pushing up on the fence. Scarlet Rocket out wide makes almost a line of 4. Sepra Bene very wide and company there with Song of the Blues. Just behind the Margarine and Corona Star. They're only within about 2 lengths of the leading horses. Episode over on the rails. Back behind them, passing the 600 metre mark, is Timeless Landscape, Active Devotion, and Final Hit last of all. Only about 8 lengths first to last. Afra Ben, the leader, are all staying well away from the rail. Afra Ben, a length. Emotional Success, who's hanging in green round the turn. Episode getting up on the inside from Scarlet Rocket. Margarine under pressure. Then came Timeless Landscape, followed by Corona Star. They're into the straight, and Afra Ben's booted about 3 in front here from Episode. Emotional Success. Margarine down the outside from Timeless Landscape. Nothing else making ground. Afra Ben, 150 to go. More than 2 lengths to Episode and Emotional Success. Afra Ben is clear, holding them safely by 3 lengths over Episode, and Afra Ben takes the prize. Runs in towards the rail but gets in comfortably. Afra Ben over Episode, and third, Emotional Success. They were clear of Timeless Landscape and Margarine. A break in the field is Song of the Blues.
Dancing Talent about 4 lengths to Knight's Prospect, and last is Elephant Rock, 750 out. Torque Converter just has the lead from Mad Barney. Red Rock out deeper on the course. 2 lengths away to Dancing Talent. Mumbo Jumbo hard ridden, and still 4 lengths to Knight's Prospect, and Elephant Rock is last. 550 out. Mad Barney just has the lead. Torque Converter nearer the inside. Out deeper is Red Rock. 2 lengths away then to Dancing Talent, followed by Mumbo Jumbo, Knight's Prospect, and last is Elephant Rock. On the turn, Mad Barney the middle. Out deep is Red Rock. Coming even deeper now is Dancing Talent over near the inside. Torque Converter, who still has the lead down to the 250. Torque Converter about a half length in front, but Dancing Talent quickly raced up to him. 2 lengths to Red Rock, but Dancing Talent hit the front of the 150. Raced away from Torque Converter. Mumbo Jumbo getting into third, but away goes Dancing Talent. And Dancing Talent out in the centre of the track wins well. Dancing Talent 3 lengths on Torque Converter. Third, Mumbo Jumbo. Then Elephant Rock with Knight's Prospect, Red Rock, and Mad Barney after showing.
And the jump, but shortly afterwards was headed by the Hot Pod Razorblade, who drives through in the centre to go to the lead. Windows trying to match pace with it, and they were followed back then by Calgary Kite, and also Remember Joan booting up on the inside. Now this is Pratted Razorblade 3 wide as they run along the back, followed further back by Warning Express. Between runners then Venticello, and last of all is Samana back there. Next to last is Windows. Remember Joan takes over in front at the 800 metre mark and leads by 3/4 of a length on Calgary Kite. Razorblade is still 3 wide, and third around the outside, followed further back on the fence by Warning Express. A half length off then came Venticello, 3/4 of a length to Windows, and last of all as they leave the 600 metre astern is Sabana. Down the side they race Remember Joan in front, leads a half length on Calgary Kite. Still a half length off, third on the outside, but 3 wide is Razorblade. Under the whip then is Windows. Around the outside of Venticello, the fence is Warning Express, and last of all is Sabana. They're pretty tight and compact as they straighten up for the run home. It's been 3 wide from the outset, Razorblade, but she's put a length on them now at the top of the straight, and with 200 metres to go, she's in front. Venticello is out and chasing also. Razorblade in front, Venticello trying hard down the outside. Razorblade holding Venticello nearing the line. Venticello gradually getting to Razorblade, but it's too late, and Razorblade scores a good win. Venticello second. Third over the line, Warning Express. Then came Windows, Calgary Kite. Well back then on the inside there.
A half to Paddy Whack. Classic Manor appear to be checked there for stride. Central going past it. Final Tobin must be 4 wide and third last. And 3 lengths away the last 2. Uncle Tud back on the inside of Thin Airs. At the 900, they're starting to string out. Lord Silas in front by almost a length to Bajor Baby. A half away third, the fence is Tiger Jack. A length to Dr. Darcy. Blushing Miss away from the fence now was fifth. 2 lengths to Cool Crisis. Connemara Grey is under the whip, followed by Remesium well back making ground. So too on the outside of Centural. 2.5 to Paddy Whack, followed by Thin Air's Uncle Tud, Classic Manor. And back at the tail is Final Tobin. Around the turn by the 400 metres. Bajor Baby on the outside, ranged up to tackle Lord Sealers. It's under plenty of pressure. Peeling to the outside now is Connemara Grey. Under pressure, Dr. Darcy. Blushing Miss gets out in plenty of time. Under the whip by the same token, followed by Tiger Jack. And then Remesium down the outside from Centural towards the 220. Lord Sealers, Bajor Baby tackled by Blushing Miss on the outside. Paddy Whack the Grey now getting a wriggle on, making ground. Remesium makes ground the outside, and so too Centural. Blushing Miss in front though of Remesium over the final stages. Blushing Miss just in front of Remesium. Blushing Miss has just got there from maybe Centural and Remesium. Paddy Whack is close up. Then Lord Sealers, Connemara.
All set now. Ready to go, 1,000 metres. Off they go. Bagpipes began well. Solomon Prince seemed to knuckle at the start, settled down a clear last. King Carl began quickly with Matrix Hunter on the outside. They set up a length and a half early. Over Memor getting up on the inside of Cinnamon Cove. Regula outside them. Then a length and a half to Bagpipes, second last over on the inside. And Solomon Prince is last of all when they hit to the 600 metres. And King Carl a half length in front of Matrix Hunter. 2 lengths to Bagpipes getting up inside Memor. Cinnamon Cove, Regula out wider. And back last of all is Solomon Prince, about 4 off the leader. Bunch coming to the home turn now, and Bagpipes is getting right through on the inside to join King Carl. Matrix Hunter on the outside of them, clear of Memor when they corner. Bagpipes against the inside in front of King Carl. Then Regula coming down the outside. Matrix Hunter gone. Memor running on. Bagpipes against the rail, the leader with 100 metres to go. He's a length and a half or 2 in front now from Regula and Memor. Here's Cinnamon Cove. Cinnamon Cove flying. Bagpipes in front. Cinnamon Cove and Regula coming at him. Can't get there. Bagpipes wins it a long neck to Regula second. Photo third, either Cinnamon Cove or Memor. Clear of Solomon Prince. King Carl dropped out, and so did Matrix Hunter to finish last.
Dispatch 2, and one of the smartest ones into stride out in the centre of the track there was Adams Reef. Biscabello is showing pace, and Jason's Memory is booting up on the inside to try and hold them out. Montan is dropping out towards the tail, is going around the outside. Fuego Bravo goes up to challenge for the lead. Lightyear on the inside of Grass Eater, who's 3 wide. 4 wide is Sir Vagan. He's putting the pedal down on the outside and moving forward. Well back then, Jason's Memory, after getting away smartly, he's drifted back through the field. Some shot improving around the outside. Next to last is Powers, and Montan drops out at the rear. 1,000 metres left to go now, and Fuego Bravo, he's got his head down on his chest and he's bowling along kindly in front. He leads by 3/4 of a length on Sir Vague. In third spot then came Biscabello, followed by Grass Cedar. Around the outside between runners there is Adams Reef. 2 lengths off then at the head of the others came Lightyear, a half length off to Jason's Memory on the inside. Some Shot was next. Next to last then is Powers, and last of all is Montana, about 8 lengths off the leader. 500 metres left to go now. Fuego Bravo left alone in front, leads by 3/4 of a length on Sir Vague. Grass Cedar is moving up 3 wide on the point of the home corner, followed further back by Biscabello. Lightyear and Adams Reef getting a bit of a go on, and right around the outside is Powers along with Some Shot, and at the tail is Montana. Into the straight they go, and Fuego Bravo running a bold race in front. He leads by a half length on. Lightyear now out of the pack and chasing. Lightyear grabs the lead away. Jason's Memory is off the fence now, getting out after Lightyear, but Lightyear has flown away, and Lightyear is going to score. Lightyear goes on to beat Jason's Memory. Powers flashed up to get third, followed over the line by Fuego Bravo. Then came Biscabello from Some Shot, Adams Reef. The next one, Grass
The inside jumped away well, but can't go the early toe. My Princess Viola shows early speed, and Amy's Blushing from the outside now zips across and around out. After travelling 200 metres, Amy's Blushing worked to the lead now by 2 lengths to My Princess Viola. Third, the outside is Our Trivia. 2.5 away, Chickalina, making ground to be fifth on the outside of Viking Sun, followed by Son of Red Man. 3 behind it, turning out of the straight, Woodrow, Western Sound, and Crown of Courage had dropped out to the tail. Inside the 1800 metres, turning out of the straight, and the leader is Amy's Blushing by almost 1.5 lengths to My Princess Viola. 1.25 lengths, third, the fence is Our Trivia. 3 lengths away, fourth on the outside is Chickalina, covering up Viking Sun on the rail. A break of 2.5 lengths to on the outside, Son of Red Man. Inclined to pull early, followed by Woodrow. 1.5 lengths to Western Sound, and last on the outside of Crown of Courage towards the 1400. They're stringing out. Amy's Blushing is the leader. She snuck away by 3. 2 in second placing, My Princess Viola. 2 lengths away, third, Our Trivia. 3 away, Chickalina. On the outside of Viking Sun. 2 lengths to Son of Red Man. 1/2 on the inside to Woodrow. And the last 2 are Crown of Courage on the outside of Western Sound. Towards the 1100 metres along the back, and the leader is Amy's Blushing. It's the mare by 2.5. 2 on the outside, Our Trivia. Coming away from the fence now, travelling up into second placing on the outside of My Princess Viola. It's had a good run third. 1.5 lengths to Viking Sun fourth. 2 lengths away, Chickalina, followed by Woodrow. Third last is the favourite, Son of Red Man, and 2 lengths away, Crown of Courage on the outside of Western Sound. At the 700, racing down the side, and the leader still is Amy's Blushing. She's trying to lead all the way. Our Trivia, within 1.5 lengths on the outside, shown the whip. 1 length away, third, the fence is My Princess Viola under pressure. Then Chickalina making ground fourth. Son of Red Man pulls to the outside, followed by Viking Sun under pressure. Peeling out from well back as Western Sound, followed by Woodrow, and Crown of Courage 5 away, not travelling well. Amy's Blushing though, straightening up with the 300 over 2 in front of Our Trivia. My Princess Viola's under pressure, followed by Chickalina switching back to the inside, but Amy's Blushing by the 200 metre mark. Oh, she's gone further ahead, Amy's Blushing. She's 5 clear of on the outside, Our Trivia, of My Princess Viola, followed by Chickalina. Well, it took her a long time to break through, but confidence goes everywhere, and Amy's Blushing is full of that. Amy's Blushing wins by 5. Second, Our Trivia. 1.5 lengths, third, My Princess Viola. Chickalina close up, then Woodrow, followed.
About to come up and complete the line up here for the 5th event of the day. Light flashing away. Principe Walk just proving shade reluctant to move in. All set. Ready to break 1400 metres. Off they go, and the starter sent them away beautifully, and Whistle Up was the first to bounce out of the line. Slim Ruler's going up fast to attack it and run to the lead early though. Principe Walk away very quickly, has gone up to third now, followed by Bolster Wonder Lord Dresden. They're followed by Razor Count on the outside, and he's back on track. A couple of lengths further back in the field, then came Navajo Boy. Settling towards the end of the field is Paris Archway when they went past the 1,000 metre mark, and Ideal Poet is just ahead of it. Bernari about the middle of the field, and Slim Rule led by 2 lengths now to the railway side. Principe Walk up to second. Whistle Up is 2 lengths back third on the inside of Bolster. 1 Bernari Lord Dresden, followed by He's Back on Track. Back behind them Navajo Boy. Razor Count now third to last. Ideal Poet or Brilliant Poet is behind it, and along last is Paris Archway. They're strung along down to the 600 metres. Slim Rule a length to Principe Walk travelling. 1.5 lengths to Whistle Up on the inside, followed by Bolster under pressure. Getting through on the inside is Brilliant Poet with He's Back on Track. They're getting up inside Lord Dresden, Bernari under pressure, and they're followed by Navajo Boy when they came to the turn. Slim Rule, the leader from Principe Walk. They're coming to the outside in front of Whistle Up and Brilliant Poet, who saved ground on the rail, and then Lord Dresden down to the 200 now, and it's on the outside Principe Walk and Whistle Up coming together. Or Slim Rule between them is running out of room, and Lord Dresden is closing on them all. Lord Dresden racing up to Whistle Up and Principe Walk. Lord Dresden on the outside and Whistle Up from Principe Walk, but Lord Dresden in front, and Lord Dresden wins at 3/4 to, I'd say, Whistle Up second, just in front of Principe Walk. Then came Slim Rule. Back behind him to finish in the race was Razor Count, who made up ground, followed by He's Back on Track, and then Navajo Poet.
Ready to go now. and it was a good start, and Hopper Loft on the outside won the jump, and beginning quickly too through the centre there was Strike Time. Now Wadigan Lass is showing pace in the early part, and so too getting up there was Tasty Dish. Lady of Snows into a prominent spot early. They were followed further afield then by Eventful. Now Revo Dip is in that bunch, followed around the outside by Olympia. Well back on the inside, Sue Seeker. After 2 lengths then came La Bamba. Between runners is Giggle Gert, and Coindro is 3 wide. Back towards the tail after about 3 lengths then is Rick Wynn with Silencia and Precious Few at the tail. They're bunched up in front, and on the inside there's a line of 4 here. It's Hopper Loft 4 wide, Wadigan Lass 3 wide. Strike Time between runners easing out of it now, and Lady of Snows getting up on the inside, followed further back then by Eventful. Just in behind them, Sue Seeker, followed around the outside by Revo Dip and Tasty Dish, and well back there too was Giggle Gert and Coindro. Into the straight they go. There's a line of about 5 or 6 as they straighten up for the run home. Lady of Snows just in front. Hopper Loft is still there on the outside now. Joining in is Eventful down the outside, and Sue Seeker right up on the inside fence. Sue Seeker drives to the front over Lady of Snow and Eventful. Sue Seeker in front down there in the line, and Sue Seeker is going to score. Sue Seeker first. Eventful gets second. Close for third between the fast finishing Tasty Dish or Lady of Snows, then Giggle Gert. In that bunch too was La Bamba, and there too was Strike Time from Rick Wynn. Further out, Precious Few.
Magooly out wide, show speed with the grey Bridget's Image. Pludon not that far away. Howlin' Wolf will settle down 5th on the fence, and Braving Danger making that to be 3rd. Then the grey Chatoon, a length and a half to Cuddy Forever, followed by Spanish Fighter, and the 2 behind it are Woambra and Mukwadama some 4 away last. Towards the 1,000 metres, Bridget's Image a neck in front of Mr. Magooly. They're matching strides. Braving Danger 3.5 away, 3rd on the outside of Howlin' Wolf. 2 lengths away, Chatoon. 2.5 to Pludon on the outside, ridden along of Cuddy Forever. Woambra 3rd last around the outside of Spanish Fighter, and Mukwadama some 4 away last. At the 750 on top of the hill, Bridget's Image almost 3/4 in front of Mr. Magooly. A length and a half, 3rd the fences, Howlin' Wolf, followed by Braving Danger. Around them on the outside, Woambra. Spanish Fighter now from the rear, peels to the outside, making ground, a break of 2 lengths to Chatoon. 2.5 away, Pludon. Cuddy Forever. Second last under the whip, and Mukwadama's not in the race, 6 lengths away back of the tail. Around the turn, here comes Spanish Fighter now. He's the widest runner at the 30 metres, Woambra and Spanish Fighter. They make ground in unison, but Spanish Fighter, he left them standing at the 250. He sprinted clear now by 3 to Mr. Magooly. Howlin' Wolf is getting out, followed by Woambra, but Spanish Fighter at the 100-metre mark. He's a mile in front of Howlin' Wolf into second placing, then Woambra, and this is a nice victory by Spanish Fighter. Spanish Fighter wins by 2.5 to Howlin' Wolf. 4 away, 3rd, Woambra, then Pludon, Braving Danger, Mr. Magooly, Cuddy Forever, well back Chatoon. Bridget's Image has run second last, and tailed off last in Mukwadama.
Field looks ready, the light flashing. Now they're set. Racing. Bellreeve began well on the inside. Christina a little slow to move. Meccano began quickly over on the outside. Fire Lake was into stride fast. And as they come through the first 200 metres now, it's going to the lead. Meccano out wide. At the 900 metre mark, Meccano led Tippy and Fire Lake deeper out. Just behind them is Timpernet moving up to 4th deep around Miss McCartney in the centre, Bewitch, and then Bellreeve over on the inside, followed by Christina, and Southlands had dropped out to be last. Heading to the 600, and Meccano out by a length and a half to Tippy and a neck to Fire Lake. 2 to Timpernet, who's in 4th place but is under the whip to be there, followed by Bewitch and Miss McCartney. Bellreeve over on the inside. Southlands hard ridden second last, and Christina is last. They're coming to the turn, and Meccano a length and a half in front of Fire Lake giving chase. Then came Tippy, and they're followed by, back behind them is Southlands coming to the outside. Bellreeve a good way back on the inside. Meccano leads, coming after it is Fire Lake down to the 200 metres, and they're well clear of Bellreeve, and Southlands on the outside coming to the 150 metre mark now, and Fire Lake had raced to the lead for Darren Gauci. Southlands is running on, and Christina on the inside is coming at a great rate. Fire Lake, Christina pegging it back on the inside. Christina goes home the best. Christina's got up and won it on the inside, I'd say, from Fire Lake just in front of Southlands for the minors. They were followed by Bewitch and Timpernet. Then came Bellreeve, who never came into it from the inside. Meccano dropped right.
up in the air on jumping and lost a couple of lengths, nearly lost his jockey too, but it settled down once again. Getting out quickly on the outside was Stylish Conquest, and booting up on the inside, Star Proverb. Sir Galahad into a good spot early, followed out by Full of Glory. On the fence then is Cool Groom. 3 wide at this stage is the favourite Bombast, getting back a bit then Shadows of Silver. They were followed further afield then by Yeg on the outside of Proud Harvest. And dropping out at the tail is Shoeshine Man, and that is very customary. They leave the straight astern now and go up the side, and Stylish Conquest is the leader. Shows out by a length and a quarter now to the good of Star Proverb travelling second. In third spot after 2 lengths then came Sir Galahad, being trailed up on the outside by Full of Glory. A length off back on the inside to Cool Groom, and the pace is pretty reasonable. A length off then came Bombast, and a length and 3/4 to Shadows of Silver. Well back then is Yeg, followed by a Proud Harvest, and the Shoeshine Man must be about 10 to 12 lengths off the lead, but he's picked up a bit of ground as they travel along the back. And that leader is Stylish Conquest, being allowed to bowl along at his leisure in front, and he leads by 2 lengths to the good of Star Proverb. In third spot then down on the inside is Sir Galahad. Full of Glory running fourth with the run of the race on the outside. 3/4 of a length further back then came Cool Groom. Bombast was next on the outside of Shadows of Silver. Then came Yeg. Shoeshine Man is gradually working forward, but he's 3 wide and taking off from the rear, and dropping out towards the rear is Proud Harvest. They come down the side. They have 500 metres left to go, and Stylish Conquest is the leader. Star Proverb is the first one to give chase on the outside. Full of Glory now asked for its effort, 3 and 4 wide, with Bombast going up quickly. And back on the inside is Sir Galahad, and Shoeshine Man. He's hooked out into the centre of the track, but he's still second last at the 200 metre mark. Stylish Conquest taken on by Star Proverb. Here's Bombast and Full of Glory joining him down the outside. Bombast races to them with 100 metres left to go, and Bombast is home. Yes, Bombast first. Full of Glory got second. Third over the line, Stylish Conquest. The next one then coming in fourth there at the head of the others was Sir Galahad, and up there too was Star Proverb. They were followed in by Shadows of Silver. The next one then was Cool Groom, well back then to Proud Harvest, well back Yeg, and one of the last ones home, Shoeshine Man, never really got hot. You'll find...
Bounced out. He must be 2 in front at the 1650 from in second place in Dawn and the Nile on the inside of DiMaggio going forward. 2 lengths away fourth on the outside now is Sir Richie. A length and a half to Flaxburn Flyer, followed on the inside by Nomad Chief. 3 away Stout and 2 lengths to Royal Rage. At the 1300, in front is Go Geronimo by almost a length to DiMaggio. Dawn on the Nile is a length and a half away third in the box seat, being covered up by Sir Richie. Fifth, a length and a half away, Flaxburn Flyer. Then Nomad Chief, followed by Stout. And the favourite, Royal Rage, is a length away back of the tail by the 1,000 metres. About 8 lengths would cover the field, and Go Geronimo carts them along by a length and a quarter to in second place in DiMaggio. Into third, the fence is Dawn on the Nile. A nectar on the outside, Sir Richie pulling. 2 lengths to Flaxburn Flyer. 2 and a half to Stout. On the outside of Nomad Chief. And Royal Rage is last at the 750. It's still Go Geronimo leading. Pace okay by 3/4 to DiMaggio. A length and a half to Sir Richie to third now, covering up Dawn on the Nile. Fifth on the outside is Flaxburn Flyer. 2 lengths to Stout. 2 and a half away Nomad Chief. And the favourite, Royal Rage, is last and under the whip and 8 off the lead. Around the turn at the 350. Go Geronimo just in front of DiMaggio now joining it. Sir Richie makes a line of 3, followed by Dawn on the Nile, needing a run, then Flaxburn Flyer, a length and a half away, Nomad Chief, followed by Stout, and Royal Rage is still under the whip, pulls to the outside, and now starting to respond towards the 250. Sir Richie, though, he strode to the lead, Sir Richie, and kicked over 2 in front. Royal Rage from back in the field now, it's getting out, making ground, followed by Nomad Chief at the 100, Sir Richie in front, Nomad Chief and Royal Rage are getting to it. Nomad Chief put his nose in front, Royal Rage lunging, Nomad Chief has won by a half head to Royal Rage, a half away third, Sir Richie, a gap to Go Geronimo, then Flaxburn Flyer, followed by Dawn on the Nile, Stout second last, and last in DiMaggio.
Ready to go now for the Deck the Halls. Garden Terrace on the inside. They're away. Garden Terrace began quickly, and so too did the Stimulator. Vianetta, the favourite, jumped away okay with Dance the Night on the outside. Countess Capri is going forward in the early stages. Barbella dropped out to be last of all on the rail. Garden Terrace led through the first 250 metres from Dance the Night, moving up into second placing. Countess Capri is caught a little wide, and then the Stimulator pushing up to fourth, followed by Catani, fifth on the inside of Vianetta. Balustrade caught out three wide, and they're being followed then by Barbella sneaking through along the inside, followed by Sweet Lady Bird, who's second to last, and Calabash Bay had dropped out to last with 1100 to go. Not going all that hard, and Garden Terrace in control, led 3/4 of a length now to Countess Capri. 2.5 lengths away in third placing is the Stimulator, followed by Dance the Night on the outside in fourth place, and then Catani fifth on the rail. Then Balustrade still travelling out wide, Vianetta in the centre. A further break of 3 lengths to Barbella, and then Sweet Lady Bird, and last of all Calabash Bay. At the 800 metres now, Garden Terrace pulling against the rider about a half in front of Countess Capri. Dance the Night up to third from the Stimulator. Vianetta taking closer order, and they're followed by Balustrade out wide. Catani back on the inside of Barbella. On the outside of those horses with 600 to go is Sweet Lady Bird, and about 4 to Calabash Bay. Coming near to the home turn now, still Garden Terrace with a narrow lead on the inside from Countess Capri. Vianetta's gone up 4 wide, and Dance the Night between horses, followed by Balustrade and Barbella. Then the Stimulator under pressure, followed by Catani and Sweet Lady Bird. Coming around the home turn, Garden Terrace and Countess Capri, with Vianetta joining in on the outside. Down to the 200 metre mark now. Vianetta's come with a rush to join Countess Capri and Garden Terrace. Catani getting right up on the inside, and Sweet Lady Bird with a rush on the outside. Vianetta a narrow leader here. Sweet Lady Bird now for Rob McGuinness. Sweet Lady Bird with Countess Capri fighting back, but Sweet Lady Bird does it, wins it a neck to Countess Capri. Oh, anything for third. Vianetta maybe from Calabash Bay. Gee, it's been a bit of a run. It's come home very hard. And Catani close up on the inside. Then the Stimulator back behind them.
Past the Ammo, one of the smartest ones away on the outside. Mr. Honey is showing pace in the early parts too, and so too is Sukram up into a prominent spot, and booting through on the inside is Paris Duo. Going with it, one off the fence, then there's Shifting, and back on the inside fence is Polka Dot Kid from Nevada Lodge getting back. Midwest is padded a bit wide at that stage, and further back in the field then came Bonfires improving on the inside. Supergrass is going up around the outer from No Villain, well back Starwood with Aussie Prince, and back towards the tail is Vain Victor. Plenty want to lead as they come down to approach the 600 metre mark, where Paris Duo just shades Shifting. In third place is Sukram around the outside. They were followed further back, but a little bit wide then by Mr. Honey. Midwest then came Sol Epic Park just in behind them. They were being sat upon then by coming to Bonfires, then Supergrass, and around the outside then is Past the Ammo, and well back to No Villain, and also Nevada Lodge. Into the straight they go, and Shifting over on the inside, being challenged on the outside now by Paris Duo. Here is Sukram and also Sol Epic out and giving chase. Paris Duo on the outside getting to Shifting. Shifting just holding Paris Duo. Shifting is fighting back. Here come the charges. Are they going to be too late? But Shifting has beaten Paris Duo. Supergrass and Starwood flew for the minors. Sol Epic was there. So too was Sukram and Bonfires. From further out on the track, Mr. Honey and No Villain. They were followed further back then by Midwest. Then came Nevada Lodge, Aussie Prince. Well back then came Past the Ammo. Next to last is Vain Victor, and Polka Dot Kid has...
home with Dame Portia, whereas Cornwall Crystal, Matt Sycamore, and also Awesome Rule show plenty of early speed, and Zoroastrian in that leading pack. A length and a half to Triple Gin, followed by Our Silver Shadow. Majestic Avenue going past it from Dancing Home, and the outside is Dame Portia. Paces on up front towards the 1400. Awesome Rule just in front, doesn't want to be there, so Zoroastrian in the centre goes to the lead narrowly from on the outside Cornwall Crystal. The pair now open up by 3 to Awesome Rule to be third on the outside of Triple Jim. Dame Portia now making ground to be fifth, a half away Matt Syke of the fence, followed by Majestic Avenue. 3 away Dancing Home, and Our Silver Shadow dropped out to last. Towards 1,000, Zoroastrian steadies by a half to on the outside Cornwall Crystal. 2 lengths away Awesome Rule. In the box seat, third on the outside of Triple Gin, 2.5 away. Matt Syke of the fence being covered up by Dame Portia. A length and a half Majestic Avenue, Our Silver Shadow. And last the fence is Dancing Home. Inside the 800 metre turn, the filly Zoroastrian a half in front of Cornwall Crystal. Awesome Rule Rule, a length and a quarter to a clear third, followed by Triple Gin away from the fence. Dame Portia pulls out, followed by Matt Syker making ground, then Dancing Home, a length away Our Silver Shadow and Majestic Avenue, but they are tightly packed around the turn. No more than 4 lengths would cover them now around the turn at the 350. Awesome Rule pulls out 6 wide around Dame Portia and Our Silver Shadow. Triple Gin got the run nearer the inside, took the lead. Matt Syker under the whip towards the 250. Triple Gin quickly tackled on the outside by Awesome Rule. Our Silver Shadow starts to run on and back to the inside as Dancing Home at the 150. Triple Gin just in front. Awesome Rule coming at it once again. Dame Portia switches back to the inside, coming quickly with Our Silver Shadow. Triple Gin, Awesome Rule, Triple Gin, a nose to Awesome Rule. Close up, either Majestic Avenue out wide and Dame Portia, then Our Silver Shadow, Dancing Home, Matt Syker, second last Cornwall Crystal, and Zoroastrians run last.
Began okay with Galaxy Jack and Bow Ties. Ancient City, the top weight, began well. He steadied early in the piece to get a sit behind the leading horses. Siobhan is going forward in the middle now. Here's the post coming up the first time. Siobhan near the inside. Bow Ties wide out. Noble Deed is between them heading out of the straight. King easing back trying to get in. He does so now. Followed by Bowen Vale getting up on the inside. Trapped a little wide there, turning out of the straight going forward as Best Notes. Followed by Luca Brasi, Ancient City, Arden Street and Galaxy Jack had dropped out to be last of all. Siobhan the leader out to the 1800 metre mark, a length and a half to Bow Ties. Bowen Vale third on the inside. Noble Deed one off the fence and working forward. Best Notes about 2 lengths further back as Luca Brasi on the outside of Arden Street. Galaxy Jack going up outside them now, and that leaves Ancient City at the rear of the field. So they're working along now out towards the 1500 metres, and Siobhan the leader a half to Best Notes, who's done a bit of work to get up second. 2.5 lengths away in third placing Bow Ties outside Bowen Vale. 1.5 behind them Noble Deed, Arden Street on the rails, then Galaxy Jack followed by Luca Brasi and Ancient City is on the fence last of all. Siobhan climbs up the hill near the 1200 metres, a length and a half in front of Best Notes, a length away to Bowen Vale, 1.5 away to Bow Ties, and then Arden Street on the inside. Noble Deed going up between horses, gets up to fourth now, a length and a half behind them Galaxy Jack, and then Luca Brasi and Ancient City is still last with 1,000 metres to go and about 8 or 9 lengths from the leader. That's Siobhan in front, about a length clear from Best Notes in second placing. Bow Ties has gone up quickly on the outside to third. Bowen Vale is fourth on the inside. Noble Deed close enough at the 800, followed by Galaxy Jack. Arden Street in an awkward place over on the inside from Luca Brasi. Ancient City is last in a very bunched field coming to the outside. You could throw a blanket over them. And Best Notes hit the front. Siobhan's gone. Around the outside, Noble Deed coming, and Galaxy Jack has gone with a rush around the outside. Galaxy Jack and Noble Deed go to the lead together. Ancient City has come around them now from last and joined them at the home turn. And Bowen Vale saved ground through along the inside. And then Arden Street when they